Welcome back, everyone. Last time we left off in this cave beneath the graveyard, so we are going to start exploring it. And the first thing I want to do is look at the party formations. Since I've got one melee guy who obviously wants to be in front, I think I might try this V shape. And that way both my ranged characters will follow behind him. Okay, we just ran into some skeletons. A mage, and it looks like two melee skeletons. All my characters get to act first. Okay, so this takes 4 AP, so I'm going to try to get close enough so I can just charge through all of them. You can look at the bottom where my action points are and see how many I'm going to have left after I use an ability or move. So this is as far as I can go and still have that ability available, so I'm going to hope that's within range. I think it will be. Okay, this is great because I'm going to be able to charge through all of them and end up behind the mage. I might actually try to end up here because that will probably put me in a good position to do my new AoE skill. This guy's a 100% chance to hit. I will go ahead and use a ricochet shot on him because that'll bounce back to these guys. Okay, I can actually do that. I don't have the range. This has less range than my normal attack. So I think I will move up to use ricochet instead of doing 2 attacks on the downed guy. Okay, let me remember what abilities I have available on this guy. I could just blitzbolt this guy, or I might be able to move forward and freeze the mage. What's the range on this again? That'll be close as to whether that will get me in range, so I'm just going to blitzbolt, I think. I believe with my lore master, which would be my ranger, I can examine people and see some of their traits based on my lore master level, so I need to remember to do that on her turn. I just wanted to check to see if this guy was resistant to lightning. Okay, so here's my new Whirlwind ability. Doesn't quite get that guy, but let's see, how much damage does it do? Yeah, I think that'll be worth it.
No glory in this death.
Yeah, so I can see that these people are weak to fire and a little bit to air and crushing.
Die, vermin!
Okay, we have some sort of fire skeleton up here. And he gets to act first. Not ideal. Okay, I guess he didn't have enough action points to move and attack, so that's good. So what I would like to do is keep that guy stunned or CC'd in some way, so he can't set us on fire. Looks like we have 4 skeletons in total. Okay, I just have to end my turn here. Apparently passing through him set me on fire. I did not expect that to happen. I think I'm going to drop a rain to get rid of all this burning ground and remove burning from him. I don't know, rain might also have like an ill effect on this guy, I'm not sure.
I prefer to drown my sorrows with ale.
I'll try to freeze him. Being wet might... No. Okay. I thought being wet might make it easier to freeze him, but apparently that's more for lightning. No, it says more vulnerable to electric and ice attacks. Doesn't give a stat for the ice on here though. Okay, I only have enough for one more attack or ability. So I could try to knock someone down. I think he'll probably be dead before his next turn. Might just attack this person again and see if that's enough damage to kill them. Oh, very close, not quite. I use Blitzbolt, I think, and hope that it shocks him. Should be enough to kill him, actually. Okay, I didn't expect him to burning damage over here. Also, we have poison, well, it looks like poison on top of burning ground, so that might detonate.
Try to escape. I can smell your fear.
Back on my feet again.
Yeah, so these abilities just come off cooldown out of combat, so you can always heal up after a fight, and you don't have to use like healing potions or anything outside of combat. Okay, let's identify these boots we found. Armor and health. see if... Let's see. Yeah, we also picked up cloth boots and I think something else, like bracers or something. Let's see if Jahan needs any of these. I think he's all set. Okay, we got some stairs up. I guess would be to a cellar or something.
Careful! I've spotted a trap.
I'm gonna disconnect her from the party and let her go first since she can see traps. I'm not exactly sure which trap she spotted. It might be this bar or whatever. Oh, that's the trap apparently. Oh no, oh no, no. I'll just reload that.
Careful now. That's a trap.
What I might be able to do is treat poison. Just run through this and take the poison damage and then treat it.
I feel quite dire.
I guess those never stop firing. A little bit annoying.
Careful! I've spotted a trap.
Hopefully moving this isn't another trap. Well, I don't have enough strength to move it apparently. Okay, I can just walk around it actually. Unfortunately I don't have any lock picks. Here is what I will do. I'm going to leave her here, and am I able to travel? Okay, so she's still down there, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to look for a lockpick on this guy and use my pyramid to teleport back to her. Not exactly sure who sells lockpicks. Oh, it's probably the person that upstairs in the inn.
How gratifying to see you return. You are quickly becoming my favorite customer.
That should be enough for now. I'm not exactly sure where I got all this gold because must have been from a quest, but I remember not long ago I was walking around with like 40 gold. I'll try to offload some stuff I don't really need. There's another trap here. Oh, okay, I really tried to avoid that. And another pressure plate. I wonder if this lever will deactivate the one in here.
Now, that's a trap.
Okay, we've got a mine also. Don't know what you need to disarm it. I have a feeling Jahan's inventory is going to become a nightmare since I'm giving him everything I think might be used for crafting. It's a pretty nice axe, but I don't have anyone using one-handed. Okay, let's see where this leads us. Okay, so I wanted to pick the lock to here, but I can just come through this way. I think this is Jake's house.
Another piece of trash.
I've spotted something.
What did she spot? Probably that glass ruby? Oh, that was a nice chest. I might actually not want to keep arrows in here. I don't know if they're going to auto stack as I pick them up. I'll just leave them on this row. Okay, so we just found a skill book for this guy. Now we do have a limited number of skills we can learn. So what does this one do? Decreases bodybuilding and willpower by 2. 3 action points. It also sets the warm status, which I believe makes people more susceptible to fire. I'll go ahead and learn it, I suppose. I think I can replace it later if I actually run out of slots for novice skills. I don't know how many more novice skills I'm actually going to pick up though. And I found 2 items to identify on her, so let's see what we get. Slightly more piercing damage. I lose some crit chance. And I gain some health. I suppose I'll use it. I'm really just waiting for a crossbow, which I probably can go buy now, since, if you remember, she's focused in crossbows. So these are just a holdover. And a blue ring. Perception and lockpicking, so this is definitely going on her, because that's 2 skills she is already focused in. Okay. I'm surprised there isn't like any evidence in here for the main quest. Did I miss something? Oh, I can actually pick that up. Yeah, that's pretty heavy. I'm not carrying that around. Okay, so what I'm going to do is go back to the graveyard and go back to that tunnel so I don't have to go through the trap room again. And go ahead and put a heal on Scarlet and top her off.
The sun is out. Yet I feel cold.
Okay, so that's where we went up. We're gonna head this way now.
I don't have the right tool for mining.
Okay, so I need to find a pickaxe somewhere. I want to run real quick to a store and look for a pickaxe. I'll leave them down here so I can just teleport back. Let's see, I'm not sure who would sell a pickaxe. I'll just check the market area. See if there's any sort of like general merchant.
Pay the big cheese on your block with a wheel of the good stuff.
Dearest customer, I've never seen an aura so plagued by ether. Thank Astarte, I've just the earth scroll to ground you.
Oh good, that's cheap.
Let's see. Halibut, sheep's cheese, tomatoes.
Pay the big cheese on your block with a
And
wheel
while
of the
I'm
good
here,
stuff.
I want to go to the Fletcher.
Well, what sort of arrows do you want? Freezing?
Okay, so her
silver,
stock has changed and she doesn't
poison?
have crossbows
Get to
anymore.
the point.
But I thought I'd pick up another marksman skill since her only attack really is ricochet. So it'd be nice to have something like that AoE book, Splintered Arrow. 7 action points.
On the move for cheese.
That is a lot of damage though, 82 to 105 piercing damage.
Join the Spud Club if you got an
That one's
eye
also
for
pretty
farm
neat.
potatoes.
30% chance to hit. You can't really move though.
On the move for cheese. No excuse is more holes than a slice of this fine Gorman fare.
I have just enough gold to pick this up on this character, but that's what I'm going to do.
Wrestling an earth elemental will inject some vim into your routine.
I need to get some bartering skill on someone, so I can hopefully get a little more out of these items that I'm not selling for much.
Potions to bemuscle you, scrolls to entussle you. Let us see if you can choose the finest grains. Lonesome. I've spotted a trap.
Trying to find this trap. Okay, it's a mine. So yeah, do not set that off. I'll try to have this guy clear the path since he has so much health. Hopefully a mistake won't kill him. Oh, didn't see that. Yeah, I don't have my trap spotter here with me. Okay, so that's what I've been wanting. So I think I know where this goes. Yeah, so this is where we already opened that chest. So I can just report back to the party now. And we can head up this way.
You see a shady-looking figure fishing coins of gold out of the muddy water that pools beneath the well overhead. His movements are quick and nervous, but nevertheless, he seems to enjoy stuffing what cash he can find into the many pockets of his shabby garb. So absorbed is he in his coin hoarding that at first he doesn't notice your presence. Suddenly, though, he pauses, looks up, and quick as a cat its talons, readies 2 daggers. Your friendly tone of voice has immediate effect. The man quickly relaxes his aggressive stance, sheathes his weapons, and pulls a quill and a scrap of parchment out of one of his pockets. Dexterously, he writes down a couple of phrases, then holds it out for you to read.
Mute, can't speak. You look professional. You the source hunter the wizard asked for?
Excitedly, the man turns over the scrap and pens a few more lines.
Name's Walgraf. I admire you. No hero like source hunter. Sicil, dead end. Please let me join you.
Walgraf nods enthusiastically and pulls a couple of ripped parchment pieces out from his vestments. Hastily, he covers them with words and pushes them in your hands, one after the other.
Been mute since I was a kid. Sorcerers took my voice. People think I'm stupid. I'm not. Get money, food where I can. Steal if I must. Not from poor folks. I'm a good sneak, good fighter, good with locks. See things you don't. Want to help you. I'm useful. Want to catch sorcerers. Make 'em pay. Please.
Wargraf notices there's no room left in your party and shrugs his shoulders. Nothing he can do about that.
Okay, so that's the rogue companion you can take.
Sodden all the way to my boot soles.
So this takes us outside of the city. I don't want to be here quite yet. Could walk back, but I think I'll just take the underground path. Back to the graveyard. I did not realize you could mine these multiple times. There might be an iron ore in the other direction with extra iron left in it. Where was that one? It was. Might not get the little mouse change or whatever. If I can't actually see it. I think that's it right there. Well, I'll go back and check. We'll take Scarlet and send her over here so we can teleport to her and save a little time. Uh-oh. Over encumbered. How much does iron weigh? 10 pounds each. Okay, so that's something we can't just haul around for the whole game. That's way too heavy. Oh no, the rat. Let's see. I'll hand the iron to my main character. Maybe we can go smelt it into iron bars that do not weigh anything apparently. I guess you're finding out all the impurities. Okay, let's run over here. I know there's an anvil over here. I'm not sure. Okay, there's a forge also. So let's see if we can smelt that iron. Take care of the weight problem.
Ah, the sun is out. Yet, I feel cold.
Okay, so now he's hardly carrying anything. I wish I knew what the stats on that looked like to see if it was worth my time. What I do want to try, I'm not exactly sure how this works. I guess I'll quick save real quick in case I ruin a weapon. I want to try sharpening this sword. So right now it does 33 to 42 damage. Okay, needs more blacksmithing. I'm gonna go back to the mortician. See if he has anything to say about the Jake's missing corpse. He's really angry at us, if you remember, so I'm not sure if we'll get much cooperation out of him.
So, what's the bad news? More orcs rampaging? How do you... Ah, the ledger, is it? Fool was I to leave it in the open. Or perhaps I even looked forward to being found out. Well, as you know, I have my suspects in the matter. What would you like to know? Plenty of us shopkeepers entrust the mayor with the spare keys to our businesses, you know. And he's the only person in town with a second copy of the key to the mortuary. He could have used it to sidle in without a peep, if he were so inclined. Aureus himself paid me a visit the night the body was delivered. Came rapping at my door in the frosty morning before the sun had even started peeping, and told me to tell him, and only him, if I noticed anything strange or suspicious about the remains. Can't see why he'd bothered to go through all that trouble, unless he knew something the rest of us don't. I know it sounds strange suspecting the doctor's apprentice of something so ghoulish as this, but there's few in this city could manage to transport a corpse without raising eyebrows. It was she who delivered Jake's body from the inn to the mortuary, and there was something about her that night, some kind of excitement. Seemed she could barely contain her thoughts, that there was something thrilling about to happen. I can't quite settle it in my mind how a young medical professional would have such a strange reaction to an occasion such as that. And this may or may not have anything to do with the whole rigmarole. But her master, Dr. Theleron, bought an old shack of mine, one overtaken by undead, for an exorbitant price considering what he was getting. I never did figure what he wanted it for, but he sure seemed eager. I never saw a widow less distraught at the death of her husband, and I've seen hundreds pass through my parlor. It was she who rang my bell just before the body was snatched, lured me outside claiming she needed air, before discussing the funeral arrangements. Some accomplice could have sneaked in and grabbed the remains while I was comforting the oh-so-overcome Esmeralda. That gold's the only good thing to come out of this blasted affair, and I certainly plan on making some use of it. Look, there's no need for all that.
Take the gold then, and we'll call the rest even, okay?
It'd be nice if it told me how much gold I actually received. Still want to check his chest, but I can't get him out of here. I'm gonna go talk to the captain of the Legion. I haven't talked to him in a while, and he wanted a report on everything I found, so I've definitely learned a few things since then.
Feeling hot under the collar?
You don't think it's infected, do you?
Come on now, I pulled her off you before.
You, again. Do feel free to depart from Seal at your earliest convenience. Yes? Discovered anything? Well, have you found any incriminating evidence against her? If so, let's have it. Like I said, the girl's known to be a flirt. But that sob of a feral doesn't have the mettle to commit murder. And as far as I'm concerned, neither has she. Whom would you have the Legion arrest?
Don't pay attention to the beast variants. You'll only encourage it.
Sir, no, sir.
There's someone up here I can talk to that's unrelated to the... It's like a side quest.
I could do with a cold drink.
Oh, where is my pepper? Did it sprout legs and run away?
Oh, how nice it is of you. The very picture of youth. To break the monotony of an elder's day. Wild away on this hardwood bench. Pray, let me be forward with you. O sapling rose, O leaf of spring, for my weary mind is troubled, and would highly prize thy gentle-handed assistance, thy kind ministrations. You would listen to my grievances, guide me towards untroubled realms. Oh, you are truly a wonder, O budding flower of the morn. Yet, that which I would tell you is of a rather private nature, so let us escape both the chill and the eye of public scrutiny. Hot spiced wine and a snug little room awaits us on the King Crab's first floor. Let us go there, so that we can warm our bones, yet make shiver our hearts with a tale of loss and sorrow.
I don't think this game has like a traditional quest log. I guess. Oh well. I guess this might be considered one. Yeah.
Come now, Alistair. Surely you've met your match once or twice.
Ha! The closest I've come to my match is when I linger over long while lighting my pipe.
I want to check something real quick. Well, I thought he actually had a quest first. I don't know if closing the door angered him. Oh, this has a pretty big AoE. New AoE spell and big damage. Of course, it takes all your action points.
Feeling trapped?
I'm gonna reload real quick. I want to make sure that I'm not sure if we were supposed to actually end up fighting.
Ah, you have come. Yes, that is most satisfactory. Begone, brittle mask of age. Hear me now repeat the words of Brittletooth, the child snatcher of Carador. Come, play with me, for I'm hungry. Come, play, play, play. The game, yes! A game of blood and brutality, of death and dexterity. Fun as herring the horror harlequin. But, like the serpentine stalker hisses before the stab, hush now, darkness, darling, hush, hush, and listen to my tale. The elves of Gandavon, they lived in peace, oh yes, but one night, when the moon had hid her face, The orcs of the tribe of Kazuldagar beset our city. They cooked and ate and burned every last one of us. The light of dawn never saw an elf of Gandavum no more. All undone. Every last one of us. Except for me, the midnight rambler, away from the city. I was very old back then already, though indeed I whisper of many years hence. But death shall not find me. Oh no, not until every beast of Kazuldagar has been bled. I may be frail, a withered grey, but the wealth of kings is mine. Countless assassins have ministered to the vengeance that is my want, and now is almost over. By Kala, Lady of the Last Gaze, I swear it is almost done. Only the very last one of the Kazuldagar still eludes me. The crowning kill that would seal its fate and mine alike. I have tracked her down by the curse of the spine spear I have. She does not know her ill-shapen sun is setting fast. Color the dusk red, O sword of youth. Bloody the day with the bramble sap that runs through the veins of Victoria. Bring me the amulet that clings to her flesh, soon to fade. And yours shall be the bounty of vindication. Mine shall be its sanguine satisfaction after long, long last. Yes, Victoria. She is the one whose heart must be held in hand, the heart around which the fingers of that hand must clench and tighten until its choking flesh bulges with blood and its beat slowly breaks. The orcs of Kazuldagar, they knew my name. Oh yes, by the bite of the roving rattler, they knew my design. And so they sought to save their last, an infant, she who was to be queen. To no avail, oh no. Years, how many I know not. Years I searched, and now she has been found. Her name is that of a woman, her employment that of a civilized being. But by the fork of Barbara Maneater, she is nothing but an orc, a cyst of nature, one of a misbegotten litter dragged into life from the tumoured womb of a filthy, coarse-haired beast that was humped like a dog in the darkness of a stinking hollow. Victoria, librarian, daughter, adopted child of Cecil, Mayor of Sicile. There is bloodlust in you. I can feel it. Let it out. Set it free. Undo the last of the Kazuldagar. By the breasts of Sishara Goatsuckler, give me my revenge!
That was quite the radical change we witnessed. I never would have thought that the benign old man we met outside would turn out to be a vengeance-driven aficionado of assassins. Indeed, Victoria probably doesn't even know about her past. And yet she's on a, let's call him, eccentrics hit list.
The last will be beaten.
Alright, that's a good time to end this episode, so I'll see you guys next time.